There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things. Hey, Netten, what did you think about that, Netten? This is insane. You are an insane person. How could you say something? It's okay that.
So let me ask you like the Azog battalion because they openly heil Hitler. They're the leftovers of World War II. They support Zelensky and attacking Russia. So you like the Azog battalion?
I love everyone.
Okay, he loves everyone, including Hitler. Even Alex Jones, who deals in untruths and hurting people, was taken aback and wanted to distance himself. He tried to help Kanye here, but it didn't do much good. And then things, well, and I don't even know what he's talking to. Ray, maybe you know and weigh in, and then we'll tell you what else he did for the rest of the evening.
Oh, the net he's holding. He did some prop comedy earlier where he pulled out a net and pulled out a Yahoo drink and said, "This is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu." And then it confessed a couple minutes later that he only just learned who Netanyahu was 2 weeks earlier, and all of his knowledge about him is that he thinks his name is funny. Okay. But I will say it's pretty tough to go on Alex Jones' show and somehow not be the most bigoted person in the room.
But he did it.
Yeah,
did he do that now?
He did it.
Kanye went on to say, "I love everyone, and Jewish people are not gonna tell me you can love us. And you know what we're doing to you with the contracts, what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone I use as a musician. You can't say out loud this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler." Kanye West posted this shortly after his interview with Alex Jones. Apparently this was too far for Elon Musk, who took down Kanye's tweet, suspended his account, and shared this. "Sorry, but you've gone too far. This is not love," Elon wrote. He confirmed the suspension in a follow-up tweet. Wow. "I tried my best. Despite that, he again violated our rule against incitement to violence. Account will be suspended." And there you have it, okay? House Republicans responded as well by quietly taking down a tweet. You mean it's still up? They took down a tweet praising Kanye. MSNBC's Hayes Brown noted that the original tweet had been up for 55 days, about as long as Kanye's been on his anti-Semitic rant. It only took them 55 days, 17 hours, and roughly 25 minutes to delete this. Kanye's recent anti-Semitic ramblings have also affected his business dealings, no longer a billionaire. It was announced on Thursday that West will no longer be purchasing the conservative app Parler. And there you see it, Kanye West will no longer be acquiring Parler, the alternative social media platform favored by conservatives, including some far-right extremists. The company announced on Thursday in a statement, Parler's parent, Parliament Technology, said, quote, "It is mutually agreed with Ye to terminate the intent of sale of Parler. The decision was made in the interest of both parties in mid-November. Parler will continue to pursue future opportunities for growth and the evolution of the platform for our vibrant community." In recent weeks, Ye has seen a number of lucrative business deals evaporate over his anti-Semitic remarks. In October, sportswear maker Adidas said it has ended its partnership with Ye. Other partnerships, including the Gap and Balenciaga, have also ended. And earlier this week, well, Kanye claimed on a right-wing podcast that the IRS has frozen several of his accounts over an unpaid tax bill worth $50 million. Rather than apologize for his remarks, Kanye spent his last moments on Twitter accusing basketball player. I know Chris Paul wishes that he would have been suspended right before this, but it was not to be, okay? What did Kanye post about Chris Paul? He accused him of having an affair with his former wife, Kim Kardashian. Let's break one last window before we get out of here. I caught this guy with Kim. Good night. Neither Paul or the former Kim Kardashian West have responded to this claim of adultery, right? And I was conflicted. Do we report this about Chris Paul, who's minding his business and now probably has to answer some questions in his own household? He's pretty squeaky clean, All he did was do the State Farm commercials and win. And now you have Kanye blowing him up as he's infamous now. The last tweet before another suspension didn't last long.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Paul's got to be out here feeling really bad about catching these strays. He's like, how did I get brought into this? What's this got to do with me? And of course, we don't know if it's true. Kanye's, been pretty erratic lately, so it could just be a lie or some suspicion that he had that was not, true. But either way, it's definitely put Chris Paul in a tough situation. I will say, I've seen a lot of right wingers talking about, how, people who previously supported Kanye up until now, they really supported him when he was saying anti-black things. Mm-hmm. Now that he's praised Hitler, it's the logical conclusion of the right wing rhetoric that they've been espousing. Now he's gone too far and they have to distance themselves from him. But they're sitting here, with their mouths wide open, shocked as though they aren't the people who have been preaching this ideology that ultimately concludes with, yes, praising Nazis and supporting the things that the Nazis did. I mean, it's Tucker Carlson saying the 14 words on his show every night to millions and millions of viewers. It's Ben Shapiro at the Daily Wire who was just a week ago saying that, or 2 weeks ago saying that Kanye is the only sane person in public life. I mean, you people built up his profile. Yeah, they built up his profile based on bigotry. And now that he's said the quiet part out loud, now they have to pretend that they wouldn't support him otherwise. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's almost like Kanye was saying, you know what? You're not getting it, despite everything that I've blown up so far, and everyone and every Jewish person I seemingly have been going after. So I gotta let me just be plain and real with it, okay? He's said it. I love Hitler. Now, if there's one more apologist, okay, who's not an anti-Semite, I don't know what else to tell you. The guy told you who he is, okay? Believe him. Maybe just believe him.
Yeah, and of course there's still people who are saying, it's because he has a mental illness. And I'll say I'm disabled. I work with disabled people. I represent them in civil rights cases. I work with a lot of people with bipolar disorder. I have a lot of people in my family with bipolar disorder. It doesn't make you a bigot. It might make you behave erratically and make bad decisions, particularly financially, but it doesn't make you become a bigot. It doesn't make you, hate Jewish people. It doesn't make you say things like black people were slaves because they chose to be, right? Those are things that you had inside of you before you ever developed any sort of mental illness, any sort of disability. And you're just saying them much more publicly now. It's not, we need to stop infantilizing him. He's a grown man. He holds these bigoted opinions and he's chosen to say them very publicly, and he deserves all the backlash he's gonna get.
Yeah, it's quite manipulative. It really is. And it makes you wonder, and just to be clear, so the bipolar disorder is not making him accuse his wife of being unfaithful with Chris Paul either. Can I confirm that with you?
I mean, I don't know. It could make him a little more suspicious, but I'm gonna say that I probably not. It just seems like he has some bitterness towards his ex-wife now.
Yeah, he did post the picture of Elon Musk though with Ari Emanuel. Elon Musk, he gained a few pounds, and Elon Musk posted right back and said, "Fine, this actually helped me lose weight. This picture, so thank you. You are suspended." Okay, and Elon Musk has his own issues. Anti-Semitism and all of this does not seem to be among them. Even he said, "You've gone too far. You're done, and we're done here." And it makes me wonder, and we can move on to the next story after this, Ray, but what can we do here? And here's what I mean by that. I don't know how to not cover these explosive headlines and call attention to this bigotry, which is outrageous. Like 3 words. Should we just turn our backs and ignore him, or do we have to keep unpacking this?
I think it's important to have a continued dialogue and conversation, especially at a time where anti-Semitism is on the rise. And I think you hit the nail on the head that Elon Musk didn't ban him over anti-Semitism. And today he unbanned the editor for the white nationalist online paper, The Daily Stormer, who is currently got an arrest warrant for the FBI, who has been forced to pay millions of dollars in fees for violating people's rights. I mean, he doesn't care about anti-Semitism, which is why he unbanned Kanye in the first place. So I think it's important to continue to talk about why Kanye's wrong, but also to highlight, how these social media platforms are utilized to spread anti-Semitism, and how people like Elon Musk, who own them, don't care to suppress it. And it's not just him. I mean, even Facebook, we see a rise in bigotry, and it's promoted through the algorithm. So, it's important to keep talking about it and keep highlighting it, and to educate people when these huge celebrities are putting out such hateful bigotry to such a large audience.
Yeah.